Hey guys, and welcome back to the World War II Solitaire board game channel and the third playthrough video in my campaign in the 8th Air Force, the 2nd edition, in my mission to conquer Europe, bomb the Nazis back to the Stone Age. We are in July 1943. The first thing we're going to do is to roll for the AA. And we roll 1 free, and it's gonna stay in, no, it's not gonna stay, it's gonna go to track number 1. Let's see if we need to reinforce core area. No. Any new groups? Yes, 2 109s. And again, we are limiting their, ability to get squadrons because we are all out of German squadrons. So that's good because otherwise, if we would have, been intent on killing them, they would just renew their squadrons. So that's good. And placement for these guys for 4, which is going to be track number 4. And free, two doubles in a row. That's track number 3. Okay. And let's see here, then it's our turn, new groups, and we get a B-17 this time. I do like my B-17s, but they haven't been performing great lately. We have been having a lot of trouble with casualties. Remember that they do come with squadrons. And then we have our manufacturer. Yes, that's all we get, a B-17 this time. Let's see here. Okay, so we will get to manufacture and refit 1 squadron of fighters and 3 squadrons of bombers. So we only have 2 bombers in the refit, but for manufacturing we do get 3. So that's good, that's 5 of them. And then we get 1 fighter squadron. So the fighter squadron goes to one of the P-47, so now both of them have 2 squadrons each. And for the bombers, let me see what I want to bomb before I do that. So I want to go bomb this river. I can take a total of 5 casualties with these 2 because they have 4 squadrons in total. So I feel like it's kind of a waste, but it's pretty much what I'm going to have to do, I think. See, now he has 4 squadrons, and I mean, I can send my fighters to take out some of them, but I mean, I could be really unlucky and not, but I think I'm just gonna go ahead and take my chances with 4 squadrons. And I have 2 squadrons remaining, and there's not really anything that I want to bomb that I feel like it would be a smart move to bomb. So I think I'll give 1 to the B-24s and then 1 to another B-17 squad. Alright, so that's how I'm going to go ahead and play it. And we go on to add remove bombing campaigns. There's no new bombing campaigns. RAF attack. RAF haven't been very helpful, so let's hope they can help me this time. Nope. I think they only bombed 1 place so far. Mission construction. We are going to go ahead and send our B-17s to Berlin. And the other squads here will join, because they have nothing else to do. And then the B-24s are going to go to the lower sign. And they will get my fighter support. And the reason why I don't send them to Berlin is because they can't reach Berlin. So then we have execute missions. So let's start with Berlin. They are definitely going to go ahead and scramble. But on a roll of 1, they won't. So let's roll on the Luftwaffe group scramble table. And roll of 6, so all of them will scramble. So the total AA value now, and see, we have 1 more factor than usually. So we have 8 plus 3, that's 11, plus 2, that's 13, plus 2, that's 15, plus 1, that's 16. So we roll on the 16 table. And roll 3 and 2. So it's going to be 2. And 2 of them are damaged. That's a good roll. We'll get them back from the refit. And that means Berlin is bombed. However, our combat value is 6, 12, 15. 1920. So we're all on the 19 table for the fighters. And we take out 2 actually, so both of them. However, they are just damaged. So they go here. And Berlin is bombed. It's really important to keep that bombed, unless you want the German VP to go out of control. And we move back our B-17 bombers to base. And then we have the lower sign. On a roll of 1, they don't scramble. Ah, look at that. We roll the 1, so they don't scramble. So the AA now is going to be 4 plus 1. That's only 5. We roll on the 4 column, and we roll a 3, and that means none are going to be bombed. Or bombed. None are going to get destroyed. That's very nice. Oh, actually, we rolled on the wrong one. We should have rolled on the 1 column, because it's 2 plus 1. But the result remains the same. And I think that was very good, because this is the first turn so far that we didn't take any casualties at all. And we did bomb 2 targets, and we did take out 1 squadron and 1 group. So we go to score campaigns and victory points. Submarine bases, 1 is bombed, 1 is unbombed. Railroads, I think it's 3 still, so it remains where it is. I'm not going to keep moving it if it doesn't need to move. 3 are bombed, 3 are unbombed. River crossings, though, 2 are bombed and 1 is unbombed, so it goes 1 to the left. Let's see. And victory points, let's see here for the Germans. They have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 unbombed, but they only get 1 VP because 4, 3, 2, 1. So now they are up to 19 VP. That's really low for this late in the game. But the jets are going to come in April. It's not too far away, next year, April. And we have to have aircraft factories and oil facilities bombed by then. Because if there's no bombed factories or facilities, they will get jets in every turn. Because it will modify the role for the jets. And they will get the good jets with like very high, I think they have 12 in combat value. Crazy. Okay, guys, so we go to German retreat. It's not going to happen. Refit. Refit is going to happen. And this guy is going over here, and then he gets... Oh, actually, he doesn't get it. This guy gets it. So he doesn't get that squadron. And then we would normally have the manufacturing, but we don't because we're out of squadrons. And again, this is kind of why I do it, because usually if I go for the aircraft factories and facilities this early, what happens is that they amass incredibly high VP, and then even if I'm taking out a lot of factories and facilities, it's still not enough for this not to happen. So this actually still happens when I do target those things. And I mean, that's not very good, because then you have no benefit at all. At least now the Germans have a very low VP. And then we have the German bombing repair. Please do not roll a 1. Oh, double number. That's awesome. Wow. Lower sign is repaired. However, you know, we're still doing really good. And that, my friends, is the end of July. We go now to August. And we move their AA to 3-5. That's going to be track number 3. Fine by me. We're not going to reinforce any core areas. And new groups. In August, they get a BF 110 and a BF 109 school. Okay, fine by me. And we roll for the placement. 1, 2, that's going to be track number 1. And second chap also goes to track number 1. I'm going to go there and I'm going to take them out, I think. We'll see. And then we have our new groups, and we don't get anything nice, I'm afraid, this turn. We only get a B-26. And no disrespect to the crews of the B-26. It's just that in this game, it's not very powerful. It's not a heavy bomber, so I can only bomb campaigns with it, bombing campaigns. And let's see, for the refit and manufacture, 1 free. So we get 3 bombers from damage, but there's just 2 available. We manufacture 3 of them. And then we manufacture a fighter. And next turn we're going to manufacture 2 fighters instead. So next we're going to get stronger with the fighters. Okay, so let's see first of all what we want to bomb in this turn. Okay, so maybe 1 at least to the B-24. So the B-24 now has a total of 5 squadrons. That's pretty good. And then I think I'll do... Let's see, how many do I now? Now I had 2, so I have totally 5 squadrons for all those B-17s. And let's see what I want to do. I think I want to go to the lower sign again. And that's a combat value of 1 plus 2. That's 3, 7, 11, 12, 15. Okay, so I'll give 1 to the B-26 because they can do that job. And then I'll give 1 to all these B-17s, so they at least have 1. Okay, so I'm good with that. Add remove bombing campaigns. There's no new bombing campaigns. RAF attack. Please, RAF, help me out. You see, it's always a roll of 4. So don't count on the RAF, guys. It doesn't happen a lot. Mission construction. The B-26s will do their first mission to the lower sign. And that is also where I am going to send all of the P-47s. Because someone is going to Berlin. The B-24s are going to Berlin, and I think perhaps I should start with my B-17s. I do think they have more squadrons combined. And then the B-17s, they're also going to Berlin, and they totally have 6 squadrons, 7 actually among them. And the reason why I'm doing this now is because that way I can keep this track clear, but I can also bomb these 2 places to get that bonus VP for having all of those bombed, and I get to strike at their factories and the oil facilities. So Berlin, if you can strike it, it is really good. Let's go ahead and start the mission, execute missions, and we'll start with lower sign. So it's in the coastal area, so if we're lucky, the Luftwaffe will not scramble. And we roll a 2, which is pretty good, because that means they will not scramble. So my P-47s go back to base. No casualties, thank you. But we still have to do the AA. The AA is 1 plus 2, so we use the 1 column. So that's very unfortunate, because on a 5 or 6 we actually take 1 hit, and with a roll of 4 that means 1 is damaged. So we will go ahead and remove 1 of these. And with the B-26 I like to keep all the squadrons in 1. And the reason why I like to do that is because later in the game, when a B-26 is removed, or I actually think it's a B-25, so that's with the B-25s, I believe. But when it's removed, you get to take all those, you get to choose which one. I'll choose the one with the squadrons, I take those squadrons and I put them on a more heavy bomber. Okay, so we did lose 1, but he was just damaged. So we will get that back during the refit. And lower sign is bombed again. Okay, and then we have our Berlin mission. So let's start with the aircraft factory and see if they will scramble or not. On a roll of 1, they will not scramble, although I kind of wanted them to, because that way I would get to take some of them down. But you know, it doesn't always happen. So the AA now is going to be 8 for the area and 3 for the factory, so that's a total of 11. So we use the 10 column. Ooh, that's a bad roll. That's 3 squadrons. Let's see. 3 squadrons, my friends, and these squadrons, let's see, with a roll of 6, 1 is damaged, 2 are destroyed. Wow. I'm telling you, these B-17s are cursed. It's from my lucky B-17 Queen of the Skies campaign. If you haven't watched that, you should. But the aircraft factory in Berlin is effectively bombed. And my B-17s return to base. And then I have my B-24s, and I think they're in for a worse time because of those fighters. Let's see if they scramble. They do, but only half of them, I believe. Let's see, deep. No, on a roll of 3, all of them scramble. So let's see now what's going to happen. We have 8, 11, 13, 14, 15, so we use the 13 column. How can I always roll so high when they fight against me? Okay, so which column? I forgot which column we used. We had 8, 11, 13, 14, 15. So we used the 13 column. That means 2 of them, and the 2, 1 is damaged, 1 is destroyed. Okay, that's not too bad. It could have been way worse, but still not good. But I guess for Berlin, I mean, it's Berlin. We get to far back. We have a combat value of 3 for the group and a total of 6. No, sorry. There's 3 now, 2 were damage destroyed, so that's 3 plus 5. That's 8, so we roll on the 7 column. Finally, we get to do something cool. So 2 of them are done, and those 2 are destroyed. So the BF 110s are destroyed. And that's cool. My B-24s return to base and lick their wounds. And Berlin is bombed yet again. That's every Berlin target. That is the end. We go to score campaigns and victory points. Submarine bases, it remains where it was. Railroad crossings remains where it was. And river crossings will be a -1 because 2 are bombed and 1 is unbombed. Okay, and victory points, let's see for the Germans, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 victory points, -1, -2, -3, -4, and -5 because all Berlin targets are bombed. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 turns into 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. So the Germans stay at 19 VP. They do not get that additional VP. They don't get any more VP. German retreat, nope. But refit, nope, because there's nothing to refit. Manufacture, though, there is these 2 guys that I just took out. However, no more squadrons. So let's go ahead and roll to see where these chaps end up. We have 2-1. And 2-1 means track number 2. So track number 2 is really amassing. And then we have 1-5, which means track number 1. A roll of 1 always means 1 with the green one on the Luftwaffe new group placement table. Okay. Then we have refit manufacture. No, we did that. German bombing repair. Oh, okay. Let's hope. What do I not want to roll now? I don't want to roll a 2 or a 1. No, I guess it's only a 2 actually, because we have that one, we have that one, we have that one. So 3 and 5. That's actually not very good because there's a lot of them. There is a total of 5 tokens with 3 and 5s. So that's a heavy repair. They really mustered, but it's bound to happen, you know, you can't really do anything about it. That's the end of that turn, so this is going to be the last turn of this video, September 1943, so we are progressing. And the AA in this turn will be in track number 3, where it already is. So it stays. And reinforcing core areas. Nope, not going to happen. New groups. They get another 109 and a 109 school. So there's a lot of 109s now. But there is no squadrons for them, so that's good for me. 5-5 means track number 4. No, it doesn't. 5 means track number 6. And 4-3 means track number 4. And our new groups, we are getting a B-24. So that's definitely better than a B-26 because it's a heavy bomber. It can bomb all the targets and it has a higher combat value. So we put that next to the other one. And then for our refit in the manufacturer, that's upgraded now. We now get 2 fighters instead of 1, and we remain at 3 bombers. So for the refit, we have 3 bombers. That's perfect. And then we manufacture 3 more. So we have 6 tokens. And for the fighters, we get 2 more. Okay, fighters are pretty simple. Just keep on pushing them on those P-47s. We don't really have anything else. So I'm going to go ahead and give 4 of these to one of the B-17s. I want to do another visit to Hamburg. And then the other ones I'll divide about in the remaining B-17s. See here, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. Yeah, probably should give 1 to the B-26s, and they can go bomb in Law. Or actually they can go to Amiens. That would be more helpful. All right, we're good to go. Add remove bombing campaigns, no new campaigns, no removed ones. RAF attack, RAF, come on, man. A roll of 4, always a roll of 4. Okay, let's see. I want to bomb Hamburg, Bremen, and I think I should bomb 1 railroad because the railroads can be a little bit dangerous because there's 6 of them. So if you lose control of those, you can have rather big problems. So I think I'm gonna go ahead and go with Amiens. And the question is, just which group I should use. And I'm not entirely sure about it. I think maybe I'm gonna go ahead and send my B-26s, and I'll give them a really heavy escort. And then for the B-24s, they will go to Bremen. And my B-17s, a lot of them, are going to go to Hamburg. And there's many B-17 groups, so quite a lot of squadrons combined. And then B-26, this one goes with that one, just to give additional firepower. Okay, let's start with our execute missions. We'll start with Hamburg, which is in the interior. Maybe we start with Bremen because it's in the coastal region. And we roll a 3, so that means half of them will engage. So only this one. So the total air power is going to be 3, 7, 9. So you roll on the 7 column. And roll a 2, that's 1. And that is only 1 damage. So we do good. We do good. And we get to fight back with a combat value of 5, 8, 9, 10. So use the 10 column. And I mean, that's not a very good roll, but he is at least damaged. There is at least that. So Bremen is bombed yet again. And they go back to base. And for Hamburg, which is in the interior, all of them scramble. So let's see now. We have a combat value of 8, 10, 14, 16, 20. That's pretty bad. If we roll high now, we could potentially lose 5 squadrons. I'm not going to say the word I was going to say, but yeah, that is 5 squadrons. And that is 4 damaged, 1 destroyed. So luckily it's just 1 destroyed, but still, it stings. 4 damaged, 1 destroyed. And Hamburg is bombed, and we get to fire back. So our combined attack value is 15, 20, and then we have 5 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 15, 20, 25. That's a really good combat value. Can it really be that much? 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Yeah, 25. Because he did take out 5. Yeah, so 25. And we roll a 1, of course. It's only 2 of them. And the 2 of them, let's see here. sometimes this, when I get tired, this chart is really hard to read. 1 damaged, 1 destroyed. So this is destroyed and this is damaged. Yeah, I don't roll good with these B17s. There is something amiss. Really is. Something ain't right with them. We still have Amiens, where we could potentially lose a lot of good guys. We could even lose more squadrons than we have if our fighters don't do their job. It's in the interior, so let's hope we roll a 1 here. Finally some luck. So they don't scramble, thank you for that. But we still have to face the AA of the target, which is 1, and the area, which is 4, so 5. And on 5, that is going to be 1 damaged. So 1 bombing squadron is damaged, and these guys fly back to base, so does the escorts, and Amiens is successfully bombed. Good. Okay, so score campaigns and victory points. Campaigns, we have it doesn't move, and we have only 2 railroads now, so it goes 1, 2 to the left, but then 4 unbombed, so 1, 2, 3, 4. So you can see how that can really get out of control fast. Now we have 2 bombed out of 6, so you got to keep those railroads bombed. River crossings, we only have 1 bombed, and then we have 2 unbombed, so it moves 1 to the right. Victory points, the Germans get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, minus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, so 0. So 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then 1 less because all are bombed. So again, 0 victory points. However, they get no retreat, but they do get refit. So these 2 guys come back from the refit. And the first one goes into row 1, where he was. And the second one goes to, let's see, to 1. He also goes back to 1. And manufacturing, there's only 1 dead squad. So 1 is attached to him. Yes, that's the one that we... No, actually, it should go to the strongest one. So it goes to this guy over here, one of the 109s. And then to the dreadful repair. I have a lot of frees. I have 2 frees, 3 4s, and 3 2s. So no 4 or 3, please. A double 5, thank you. I needed that because I felt like this turn was really heavy. I lost a lot of bombers in Hamburg, I believe it was, with my B-17s. And with the 5s, there's no 5 on the board. And it's a double. It's incredible. Thank you so much. That is the end of September, my friends. We are now in October of 1943, so we're getting closer to 44. I want to say thank you as always for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope that you will join me for my next video. Let's see how the battle over the skies of Europe ends. Again, I'm gonna keep repeating myself. I need to start hitting those aircraft factories and oil facilities, but I believe I will wait perhaps until I'll start in 44, really hitting them heavy, because you know, once in April they're gonna get those jet bombers, and if I don't bomb those factories and facilities, they're gonna get the strong ones, the one with 12 in combat score, which are these ones, if my camera will agree, these ones. So they're rather nasty, to be honest, and I hope I'm not gonna have that happening. And if they don't come, instead we get these ones, which are not much better. They have a 10 in combat value, so they're not very nice either. The experimental one, which comes out automatically, it's this guy. He's a pretty cute guy. He has a 8 in combat value, so that's, you know, not too bad. It's still better than the FWs, but not too bad compared to those guys. Okay, guys, as always, thank you for watching. Don't forget to like the video, comment, share, and of course subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on the next episode. Okay, guys, see you next time.